Oh, okay. So this is recording. I just wanted to do a quick, unscripted rant video discussing a topic that is very personal to me. You're all normies, and I am superior to you, but I'm gonna get into that reason now. 7 years ago, the movie Despicable Me came out. I know because 7 years ago I was old enough to be able to recall dates and times in which movies came out because I've always been that person. But it came out like 7 months, and then in the UK it came out in October, and that's when I saw it because I used to live in the UK. So besides the point, I've always hated the Minions. I saw Despicable Me and I liked it. But the Minions, oh god, I did not laugh once. I just cringed. 10-year-old me, 10-year-old me, like a 10-year-old cringing at something unironically. Like, I was ahead of my time. Like, let me tell you something. Of course, I did do cringy shit later on that I would regret doing, but at least I was a little self-aware then. But either way, people are always saying, oh, I hate the Minions, and back in like 2015 where it was a big old thing to hate the Minions. Well, let me tell you something. I hated the Minions long before you did. I hated them the day it came out. I remember when we were going to see a movie thing at the school, we always had like this occasional movie night or whatever. It was pretty boring. Of course, they were like playing two movies at a time. A good movie, I almost said Despicable Me was a good movie. A good movie, Megamind, which is far superior to Despicable Me. I'm not saying Despicable Me is a bad movie, it's just very mediocre. You could very much tell it was the first movie. Not really a Pixar wannabe, because I don't want to start praising Pixar. I don't want to be a normie. But I'm just all about sharing unpopular opinions. Megamind, I know a lot of people my age will agree that Megamind is a much better movie. Like, the characters, the humor, it's very stupid, but it's also very funny. I would definitely recommend you watch Megamind. I would not know how to feel about, like, watching Despicable Me. I wouldn't, like, go out of my way to say somebody my age, like, hey, go watch Despicable Me, oh man, you'll love it, you'll get a lot out of it. Like, somebody my age will not get much out of Despicable Me. I watch, like, Megamind now, I'll be like, oh yeah, the thing I got out of it was kind of like with Kung Fu Panda and Kung Fu Panda 2 and Kung Fu Panda 3, because I really like the Kung Fu Panda franchise, How to Train Your Dragon. Those are all good movies. Somebody my age could get something out of those, because I enjoyed watching them when I was younger. I enjoy watching them now. Like, I've watched all of them recently, and saying that, I have not seen Despicable Me in about 4 years, so I cannot fully describe my full thoughts and opinions when I'm not watching it ironically. But either way, I have not seen Despicable Me since a while, because I don't really feel like the rewatch quality was that good. Like, a lot of people are always saying, oh, Pixar movies are so great. Like, the rewatch quality is pretty bitter. Like, I've always watched a Pixar movie, and I was like, well, the only Pixar movie I've seen multiple times that I never get tired of are Cars, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, and Up are like the four Pixar movies I never get bored of. Like, people are like, oh, WALL-E is so good. I could not watch WALL-E more than twice and say, like, voluntarily, like, I wouldn't go on my way, oh, it's time to watch WALL-E for the second time. Like, no, I'm always at somebody else's house, and we're like, hey, you want to watch WALL-E? And I'm like, sure, it's your house, you make the decisions, bud. But I cannot just say that, and I feel like my opinions are very unpopular a lot of the time, because I can see past normalities and things. I am a critique. I critic things. I criticize things. I am of upper intelligence. Like, everyone's down here. I'm up here. Like, I'm sailing above the skies, man. Like, Cloud 9, me. Cloud 11. Wait, what's that? Cloud 13? Bitch, that's me. But besides the point, besides the fact that I'm smarter than all of the people watching, hi, unless you have the exact same opinions as me, then you're doing good. But other way, I was like saying the Minions have become popular to hate, just like Donald Trump. Like, ask people 7 years ago, do you hate Donald Trump? And then people are like, no, I don't really have an opinion on Donald Trump. And then people are always like, oh, you hate the Minions? Like, no, I don't really have an opinion on the Minions. Like, see, it became so popular to start hating things in 2015. This is why 2015 was such a shitty year, because people start to realize that shitty things exist, and they didn't before Tumblr. And that's just disappointing. I am disappointed in my generation. I'm disappointed in my past generation for being the ones who made the shit. I am disappointed in my parents for giving birth to me, for creating me and putting me into this shit world. I'm angry at everyone who ever existed for making me all the people who invited me to their house to watch Wall-E. Nah, I don't want to watch Wall-E with you. I want to watch Ratatouille. I want to watch Cars. I actually like Cars. I unironically like Cars. I say ka-chow a lot, and just because it sounds ironic doesn't mean it is. Lightning McQueen might as well be my religion at this point, because he was an icon. But either way, I'm looking forward to The Incredibles 2 that's coming out. But I was going to say about, like, Pixar's blowing, like, they seriously do. They can, like, eat my ass, like, my entire ass. Pixar can do that. I would not. I don't care. Pixar, just do it. Just eat my ass. Like, but I am excited for The Incredibles 2 because it took you like 11 fucking years, bitch. No, wait. It 2000. Actually, it took like 14. No, not. Maybe it did. It took 14 years because I remember I saw The Incredibles when it first came out. Yeah, I'm really boring. I saw The Incredibles when it first came out. I went to the theater with my dad. We went and saw The Incredibles. I was like, oh man, it's such a good movie. I don't understand it because I'm 4 years old. Like, I didn't understand all the things, but I liked the part where they were all in the jungle and they were in the jungle and then they escape and then that city scene where it's like, and the where's my super suit thing. I didn't find that funny. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I just, watching back, the rewatch value of that is it's very funny. It's a very comical scene. That's one thing Pixar did well in that movie. Comical scenes. The rest of the time, I feel like Pixar is a pandering piece of shit. There is no depth. Like, I think I've heard, like, John Lasseter one time criticize Lilo and Stitch. Like, no, Lilo and Stitch is an art form. It's the best movie ever. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, Citizen Kane, Lilo and Stitch. Like, it's like me above above everyone else. I am the Lilo and Stitch of the world. I am the Lilo and Stitch of people. Like, that's my shit. Like, but either way, like, Lilo and Stitch has depth. It has, like, characters that are interesting. Like, I don't know anything about, like, Andy. What is he like besides toys? Nothing. What is Lilo like? Oh, Lilo likes stupid... No, Lilo likes Elvis. Lilo likes art. Lilo likes voodoo. Like, all these things that are, like... She felt like a real kid. Like, she liked all the weird, stupid things I liked as a kid, and... That's relatable. That's something interesting. She was a hula dancer. Her sister did surfing, like Nani did surfing. She also took care of her. She worked at like a cafe. It was all these very interesting things. It felt like a real movie. Like, I watched Toy Story and it's not a real movie. I don't feel like the characters are real. I'm watching the characters, I think they're boring. That's why the rewatch value isn't good, because there's no, like, Easter eggs. I mean, oh yeah, you see the 418 thing in the background. That's the place in Hell Arts where they had the thing. Like, oh yeah, that's a great Easter egg. And the Pizza Planet delivery truck, oh man, it's not fun. It's not fun because you know what you're supposed to be looking for. In, like, Lilo and Stitch, you're like, oh, that character design looks like Shere Khan. Oh, that character design looks like Piglet. And I'm like, wow, there's also a Mulan poster in Nani's room. I'm like, whoa. That is actually really interesting. Like, do I see the Pizza Planet truck in a Pixar movie? Like, no. Can't wait for them to shoe that horn into, like, can't watch the Incredibles and it's just the Pizza Planet truck just covering the screen the entire time. Either way, what I was going to say is that the Minions suck and I hated them before all of you did. And also I want to kind of explain that this entire thing is satire because I'm not editing any of this. Because my editing program's shit. I do not actually believe I am more intelligent than anyone. I'm actually an idiot, and I hate myself. About the whole Pixar thing, like, you can hate me as much as you want. I'm not a huge fan of Pixar. Like, the 4 movies I listed, Up, Ratatouille, The Incredibles, and Cars, those are the only 4 Pixar movies I voluntarily watched. I'm probably missing, like, one, but I don't really feel like... I watched Inside Out twice, and I don't feel like I need to watch it a third time. It's very overrated. It's not a good movie. I mean, it's good, but not great. It didn't deserve the praise it got. Either way, I just wanted to say all of these things kind of got out of hand. I don't know where it went, but I want to clarify that you're all normie trash, and I am a hierarchy of you. Bye.